Yo, what's up, guys? Javio, and today, man, I'm talking about my Miami Heat. This is literally a day, pretty much a day after the shot.
Heat can tie for the lead. Loose and Horford.
It feels like every moment after the shot, every minute after that, I've kind of coped with dealing with the shot. It's Jimmy Butler, your best player by far, playing superstar level basketball, putting the team on his absolute back with no true, I guess, second option. Played all 48 minutes, got no rest outside of obviously timeouts and halftime. He was feeling it. He was hitting his threes consistently, way better than he was in the regular season. So at the end of the day, if he makes a shot, Boston has like 70 seconds to go ahead and obviously get a play up, and we have 17 seconds where he's on the line to go ahead and get a stop on Tatum, Jalen Brown in particular. So yeah, it's just really tough. Yeah, I really just want to go ahead and talk about the Miami offseason, because as soon as the clock hit 00, I knew this is gonna be one of the biggest off seasons, or it should be one of the biggest off seasons in Miami history. Obviously, it won't top the Big Three era where we got both LeBron and Chris Bosh. No, okay, we're not gonna go out. We're not gonna get a superstar player, but we should get minimum one-star player to talk about obviously throughout the video. But other than that, let's get straight into the video. So as we know, the Miami Heat finished the season with the best record in the Eastern Conference, standing at 53 wins and 29 losses. This was honestly one of a good amount of the greatest franchises in Miami Heat history. The Miami Heat this year were really trying to both avenge last year's just disastrous playoff run and just kind of give themselves an identity that people really did not see. The Miami Heat were kind of like frowned upon. The Miami Heat were kind of overlooked as a team is because of last year's disastrous performance. So what did they do? They went out last offseason and made a pretty good signing, as it felt like early on, in getting Kyle Lowry, signing him to a 3-year deal for $90 million. And after that, they signed Duncan Robinson to a 5-year, $90 million deal for a guy that literally just gets paid to shoot the basketball. I just don't know why necessarily I really like the deal. The fact that we're paying $90 million for a spot-up shooter and a guy that really can't create his own shot outside of getting dribble handoffs and shooting off the catch and shooting off balance, that's about it for Duncan Robinson. He gets paid to shoot no matter what the moment is. You get paid $90 million. You'd be just a knockdown shooter. Would have gotten a bigger role if he was actually consistent in the regular season as well, but nope, he was not consistent at all. And that contract looks absolutely horrendous right now, and somehow, some way, we have to get that off our book, obviously, come this offseason, okay? Starting it off with obviously our guy, Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler, as we know, got a lot of scrutiny over the season just because I believe, and we all believe, that he really coached throughout the regular season. Jimmy Butler plays the game of basketball is very demanding, especially physically. It's really a physically demanding game. The fact that he just attacks the rim, gets a lot of free throw calls, and doesn't really rely too much on the three-point shot, but relied a lot, especially his postseason, on his mid-range shot, which in the regular season wasn't looking the best. And yeah, so Jimmy Butler across 17 playoff games, he went ahead and averaged 27.4 points, 7.4 rebounds, and 4.6 assists, having multiple 40-point games, having a 47-point game, 4-steal game for the first time since Michael Jordan, obviously during Game 6 of the 2022 Eastern Conference Finals, the Boston Celtics. Season on the line, basket's on the line, everybody count out the Miami Heat. Our playoff superstar Jimmy Butler rose to the occasion and had one of the best performances against Boston, honestly, since, I would say, technically speaking, the playoffs, since LeBron did it into obviously Game 6 against them when he was still part of the Miami Heat. And I'm really happy to have this guy on my team. A lot of people were counting him out, including myself. I'll definitely amount to that. Really counting him out, saying that this guy cannot be a number one option at championship level soon. Like Jimmy Butler has definitely shown that he can be a number one option on the championship team. I just feel like he needs another option, really. Like Bam Adebayo, I love Bam Adebayo. I'm a really big fan of him. I've always been kind of like a love-hate relationship with him, because I love how good of a player he is, but I hate that he's just so passive, so aggressive at times. And it's really good to find a kind of good game from him last night where we needed him back against the wall. He's had a 31-point game against Boston. He's had a 25-point game. He had like an 18-point game. Yeah. I just hope Bam Adebayo actually goes into this offseason, because this is the biggest offseason of his career by far. We need him to be minimum a number 3 option, and I feel like at points at this year, he technically wasn't even that points. I mean, Tyler Hero obviously was the number 2 option, I would say. At points, it even felt like he was the number 1 option, but that should be Butler just coaching throughout the regular season. So, yeah. I really feel that Miami Heat should really improve on getting a second option. Don't get twisted, I'm a fan of Tyler Hero, but I would not be shocked at all if the Miami Heat move on for Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero, again, like Bam, I've always had a love-hate relationship with him. I've been said in the past, I wouldn't trade him for Bradley Beal. I wouldn't trade him for James Harden. Now, would I trade him for Bradley Beal? Yes. Would I trade him for Donovan Mitchell? In a heartbeat. I would literally pack his bags and send him to Washington or to Utah for Beal or Mitchell.
All right, we are now a day later, and a rumor just came out that Donovan Mitchell to the Miami Heat is a real possibility, and the Knicks really are second right now in terms of going ahead and getting Donovan Mitchell for Hero and multiple first-round picks. Sign me up.
Now, the thing is, how would the Miami Heat get the trade value per se, but also the money to go ahead and work with that? Because we have to get Tyler Hero's money off the books. We potentially might have to let go of Kyle Lowry, and without Kyle Lowry, who's the Miami starting point guard? Which is why I'm not really mad at the signing of Kyle Lowry, because last offseason, outside of Kyle Lowry, who else would have been our starting point guard? I know damn well we wouldn't want our starting point guard to be Gabe Vincent, respectfully. So outside of that, I don't really hate the Kyle Lowry deal. I just feel like with his hamstring injury showed big moments at the end of the game, his clutch shots for us in the playoffs, and he showed out some good passing, especially in Game 6. He showed us why he gets to pay the big bucks, and he stepped up at least for a couple big moments around me. So shout out to my man Kyle Lowry. But like I was saying about Bam Adebayo, I need him locked in to a gym with Heat legend Chris Bosh and working on creating his own shot, but most importantly, working on a consistent mid-range shot. Bam Adebayo still, I would not say has a consistent mid-range shot. At points it's there, but at points he's wide open and just overly passive, just passes out of it, and it just pisses the living shit out of me. When it comes to PJ Tucker, I'm not gonna lie, PJ Tucker, I've been on record calling him Heat legend, all this. PJ Tucker is a Heat legend, not even joking right now. PJ Tucker in the year 2022, I don't think with his age, and obviously he has a couple ailing injuries, PJ Tucker should not be starting for the Miami Heat next year. I'm not gonna lie. PJ Tucker should not be starting for the Miami Heat next year. As a Heat fan who I'd want starting for the Miami Heat at the 4 next year, give me an option of Mo Bamba, be able to stretch the floor, really good stretch big, really good defender, and can rebound. And another option, without even looking at free agency and all that, it would be Jalen Smith of the Pacers, who I believe is a free agent, can be power forward and center. I think I can space the floor, can rebound, and is a pretty good defender to my knowledge. So that would be amazing as well to get Jalen Smith. Obviously, really liked him on the Suns. Really liked watching him get a bigger kind of production value when he went ahead and when Aiden got injured. Then he got traded over to the Pacers. He was starting for a couple games and really just looked pretty fluent. Jump shot looked pretty good. He was rebounding, playing pretty good defense, and I would love having that as my starting power forward.
I'm also pretty sure that Caleb Martin also was a free agent. Hopefully we bring him back. I don't know why he wasn't a factor in Game 7 for the Eastern Conference Finals. He was hitting his threes. He was playing really good defense, playing hard, hustling, playing really good defense. He was a non-factor in terms of getting minutes in the game, which I don't know what Spo was doing. Spo, I would say, didn't have his best series. He made a couple questionable decisions, but it also is tough go ahead and trying to coach a team that is very, very deep. One of the deepest teams in basketball. It's just such a crucial decision to go ahead and make.
At points, they could have went small ball instead of used Dwayne Dedmon. Dwayne Dedmon also, by the way, I should not see him in the Miami Heat roster next year. That man is beyond cooked. That man should not be anywhere close to a basketball court. Not even gonna get into that. That man should not be anywhere near a basketball court. Please get a legitimate backup center, because I don't want to hear about Dwayne Dedmon anymore. So is that Omar Yurtseven? I don't know, but hopefully it's somebody that's actually competent at the rim, that can rebound and can actually defend when Bam needs to go ahead and take a break, and we don't have to run Bam to the wall because his backup is just absolutely awful. So that's amazing, isn't it? Now, when it comes down to Victor Oladipo, my man Depot, aka Oladipo.
Oladipo! Oladipo!
Do I expect us to resign Oladipo next season? I'm not gonna lie, yes. I feel like Victor Oladipo is a Heat lifer. I feel like the one team particularly who wanted to be traded to was the Miami Heat. I feel like he matches very, very well. Hopefully, the offseason of him gaining his confidence, working on his jump shot, because his defense is still there. His defense is still very elite, very good defender. He has some very good possessions, especially this series against the Boston Celtics, and especially Jalen Brown, making him go ahead and take tough shots, creating a lot of turnovers, creating a lot of havoc defensively. Only thing I want Depot to work on is just his jump shot. But I believe the Miami Heat literally have close to no cap space, so hopefully he takes a little bit of a pay cut in terms of the Miami Heat in terms of re-signing. Not gonna lie, if Tyler Hero's still at the Miami Heat next year, I would be decently shocked. I feel like the Miami Heat should go ahead and get a second starter, Jimmy Butler. Like a Bam's a third option at best as of right now. Hopefully he can one day become a second option, but for now we need an actual second option. We thought it was Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero has been one of the most underwhelming players to Miami Heat this season, especially in terms of the playoffs and regular season. That man was nothing short of amazing. 20-point per game scorer, really just amazing player. And all of a sudden, come to playoffs, the man just turned to absolute shit. So that was kind of unfortunate for us. And we had to rely more on a guy like Max Strus, who this is his first time ever really going this far in the playoffs. His first year really getting actual minutes. Last year, he was fighting for any minutes that he really could have gotten. He was really, I think last year, maybe in the G League or in a two-way contract or something like that. So that's kind of unfortunate. I really like the year that Gabe Vincent has as a backup point guard. I feel like Gabe Vincent should be a starting point guard for the Miami Heat next season. Fuck no. I feel like he should just work on his development and hopefully continue to be a really good player, because Gabe Vincent really shocked me this year. The fact that last year I really thought this man was going to be out of the league, to this year being a really good vital part of this Miami Heat team and becoming in clutch at times, and starting a point guard with Kyle Lowry being out and finding good production in the playoffs. Shout out to my man Gabe Vincent. Yeah, man, that is my thoughts on what the Miami Heat should do come this 2022 offseason. It should be a movie. If it's not a movie, I'm gonna be disgusted, because we saw what the Bucks did when they lost to us in the second round, I believe, in the 2020 NBA second round, I believe, or third round, maybe second round, I think. They went out and made a splash and traded multiple first round picks. And I forgot, I think it was Eric Bledsoe, to get Jrue Holiday, one of the best two-way players in basketball. In my opinion, an all-star player, should have been an all-star this year. After we lost to them in 4 games, we went ahead and got Kyle Lowry. And then we got PJ Tucker from them, right after winning a championship. Kyle Lowry, I really can't compare to a guy like Jrue Holiday. I would take Jrue Holiday in a heartbeat over Kyle Lowry, obviously. That's not even a debate at all. I really hope that Kyle Lowry actually bounces back and actually is able to stay healthy, because he has some good moments for the Miami Heat. If this was Kyle Lowry's last game with the Miami Heat, I salute him. But if it's not, hopefully he comes back and actually is able to stay healthy and actually able to provide what his money tells him to be like. So yeah, go out, get a starting shooting guard, because hopefully it's not going to be Max Strus. I love Max Strus, but please do not go out and get somebody. Please go out and improve the starting shooting guard position. Strus can be a really good backup shooting guard. Somehow, somebody get Duncan Robinson off the team. Bro, I would love to get Donovan Mitchell. Like, you're telling me, Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, like 3 first-round picks or maybe 2 first-round picks isn't enough for Donovan Mitchell, who obviously would love to get out of Utah. We have the connection with D Wade. Saw what D Wade did with Jimmy Butler when he went ahead and joined the Bulls. He joined his hometown team, putting a good word about us. And what happened a couple years later, Jimmy Butler comes to the team in his first year, leads us to the finals. His third year leads us to conference finals, having one of the best play performances in Game 6 that I've ever seen in my life. So hopefully D-Wade put in a good word. If we get Donovan Mitchell in Miami uniform next year, if not him, then maybe Bradley Beal. If not Bradley Beal, then this is a fail of an offseason. I'm not gonna lie, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. But other than that, yo, that is the video. So go down below, drop a like, comment down below. It's about to follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and to the boy Sean. Hopefully you got you the video. And part of the video, I just want to shout out to my guys, Jimmy, Bam, my guy Hero, everybody on the team. I really just appreciate y'all, man. It was an amazing season. First in the East, fought to the end. Game 7, no hero. Tucker missed the whole second half of the game. Could have called the Max Juice 3, but you guys called it back like 5 minutes later. I couldn't make too many excuses though. Boston's a really good team. Shout out to Boston. I wasn't give my respect to the opposing team. I'm not one of those fans that just doesn't give credit. Wasn't to give credit. Shout out to Boston. Shout out to Udoka. He's got to be like one of the first rookie coaches in NBA history to go ahead and make it to the NBA Finals. By the way, shout out to him first. I don't feel like Udoka's getting too much credit. Shout out to man Ime Udoka. What an amazing season though. First in the Eastern Conference. Really just put it all on the court. Just go out and get a second option. I beg. And bam, lock yourself in the gym with Chris Bosh. I beg, my man, I beg. Like I said, that was a video. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the video. And I'm out, man. Peace.